Yes.
Okay, we're live.
Hello.
So I'm going to give it just a couple minutes for some people to come in. So we're going to be talking with Flipside FPV and Mrs. K FPV. And I got to tell you, they are some great flyers. I know that Flipside has had videos out for well over a year. And so we're going to be asking them what they've been doing and how they learned how to do this so fast. Is what I want to know. Because I want to grow up to be like Mrs. K. That's what I want. So I'm going to introduce you. Roger at the Canadian Drone Hub will be in the stream tonight. His computer is acting up, so he's going to come, boot back up and come in along with Furball Kim, FPV. So we're all being, hey, just looking, hey, Mo, how you doing, darling? We have some great stuff tonight, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to Flipside and FPV. And because we both want to hear from both of them, I'm not going to present either one. I'm just going to take that off. So whoever's talking, you're going to see. Okay? And oh, I don't see Love My Drones yet, but I'm sure he'll be in soon. So, Flipside, take it away. You can say hello.
Hello.
Everyone.
How's it going, everybody? I am currently looking for my Hangouts chat here. There it is. Hey. Everybody's looking pretty good today. How is everybody doing tonight?
Hey, Jacqueline. Oh, Miss K, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. I don't know. I'm going to go and hit Miss K so you can see Miss K. There's Miss K. Hey.
She's the prettier one. Just
Okay,
saying.
that's true. That's probably true, but it's okay.
I mean, I have my physique and all, but you know.
Yeah. Hey, Drum Bomb. Hey, just looking, Jacqueline, Mew.
Hey, everybody in the chat. How's it going? Thank you guys for joining today. We appreciate it.
So Miss K, do you have any kind of microphone?
I do. I have some earbuds in, and I think I'm using his microphone.
Yes. I could kind of angle this way a little bit if it's better. We are currently sharing one microphone right now.
Okay, so I am going to up Mrs. K's so we can hear a little bit better. Okay, Miss K, I think we'll hear you better now.
Okay.
Okay, you may have to talk up because you do sound like you're far away.
Yeah, it's our not so great headset setup we have going on here.
Well, and I had the same thing happening with mine. So, but I think we're all in. Hey, Dormer family, how you doing? I hope I didn't miss anyone. Jacqueline's in. Hadley's famous FPV. Howdy. Canadian Drone Hub just came back in. Hey, Roger.
Hi. Oh my God! Shoot me. This computer, man.
Oh, I know. You don't have to tell us.
Oh
my God, Roger. How are you?
Chats here.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up the chat now.
Okay, get to chat. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and start interviewing. So you guys look so sweet together. But I'm gonna ask you to a couple different things. So where were you guys raised? Where was that?
I grew up in Dallas, Texas, a small suburb of Dallas, and I moved here in Colorado Springs, 1998. So I've been here a while.
Wow. So same for Flipside?
Yeah, almost same story, different place. I was born in Virginia, and I was an Army brat for a little bit from my grandfather, and we just ended up. He is stationed here, and moved here when I was like 10, and this has basically been my hometown ever since. We met in high school, and we're good friends, and always kind of stayed connected, and I don't know, started talking years and years ago. I don't even know how many years it was anymore. I want to say 6 or 7.
And things like that.
Quite a while. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So
it's
I'm just gonna ask, ages about how old are you?
just turned 31 on Sunday. I don't even know my own birthday. And Mrs. K is 30. 29. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
hard
always said
anymore.
what my age is. Never really worried about it. 'Cause I'm almost 59 on Sunday. So I'm a lot older than y'all. So do you like Colorado? Because you're in Colorado Springs?
Oh yeah, it's very very beautiful here. We get some pretty rough weather here, but it's the
Mhm.
scenery kind of makes up for it. So you just deal and try not to die in the winter time and enjoy the summers. 'Cause,
So Colorado Springs, it's all the way at the bottom of Colorado, isn't it?
um, we are an hour south of Denver, and Denver is almost like smack dab in the middle of the state, ain't it? So,
Mhm.
Right on the front range, though.
yeah, we're on the eastern side of the mountain range, and like we know some pilots like Chris Teal, Verjon. Those guys, they live on the other side of on the western slope. So
Do you fly with them?
we have been trying to get together for so long. Oh my goodness, it's like a 4.5 hour drive through the mountain range. So we've tried to meet up in Denver a few times, and it just timing and stuff like that never pans out. So unfortunately, we've yet to fly together, but we've been following each other for like a year or so, and it's cool to progress and see other pilots progress at about the same pace, in a different environment though. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I came down through Denver, I think it was Vail, and then into Colorado Springs and hit one of your kind of monsoony things, monsoon things. And I couldn't even see in front of me driving. It was the worst thing I've ever been in.
Yeah, like snow blizzard type monsoon, rain, snow, sleet.
It was everything. And you
Exactly.
couldn't see, just couldn't see. And I was like, what, where the heck am I? What,
Yep.
why is this happening? And it was well, it was back when my daughter was a junior in high school and she's going to be 29 this year. So, it was like, oh, it was terrible. It was awful. I hope to never have that again. So what do you guys have outside of flying? What do you do outside of flying?
Oh, I mean, really, I would consider us both old souls, so we don't really do much. Our kids are our main focus in our lives. So
How many children do you have?
we have two. We have two kids. Our daughter Kenzie is about to turn 5, and my son Aiden just turned 3. So we have our hands full with two little ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's another reason why sometimes we can't really make it to the meets and stuff like that. We'd like to, but we
Sometimes it's just not realistic.
yeah,
With a 3-year-old. That is
definitely. It's hard to find a babysitter.
a 3-year-old.
Yeah, he's a handful himself.
Oh my gosh. Because I know when my children, we never had the terrible twos, as they say. It's when they hit 3.
Yes,
That's when everything exploded.
I agree there. Our son just turned 3, but man, he's his sister teaches him everything, so he might as well be a 4 or 5-year-old because he acts like one, and
Yeah.
it's cool. They both really love drones. My son more than my daughter. She's kind of timid around them, just because they're so loud and zoop 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 zoop, and scary. She's a girly girl, but my son, he wants to fly my drone all the time. I play the Velocidrone sim almost every night, and so it's cool to have him, sit him in the lap and have him fly around and cruise around, and that's what it's all about. The next gen kind of flying and keeping us all in the air and keeping the
So
hobby
he's
going.
learning really young. Really, he's going to be something.
Yeah, yeah, you know, and if he stays with it, I've bought him his own drone, one of those tiny little $20, you know, tiny whoop looking things, and
Yeah.
full whiskey throttle into the ceiling, you know. But it's a blast. He doesn't care. I don't care. He loves it. So it's, you know, that's what gets him into it. And so
Mm.
he'll take our 5 inches off the wall and just kind of grab him and fly him around the house and make the noises, and you know, to be a boy, wants to be like his dad, you know.
Hey, Ryan. No worries if you can't stay. Don't worry about it. Jim Crennan, hi, Drone Canadian Drone Hub is in the house. Aerial Views and Histories, hi. We have Momomo just looking, and there's some others in here, but I'm looking just what's on my page right now. We bet him till he was on our buddy's channel. Okay. Okay, so let me go back. So what are your, if you can choose any drone to fly in your collection, because I see your wall is kind of getting full with drones, what are they going to be, Flipside, for you?
You know, I mean, I'm okay to fly anything. I'm not a guy that's like, I only fly this. I prefer to fly my Chameleon. I'm starting to feel like it's a little heavy on the heavy side, but just because of how strong it is, I prefer to fly my Chameleon. And Mrs. K also has one. I have the old school Chameleon with the aluminum front housing, and she has the newer version with the titanium. And it's just nice because, I mean, I could chuck that thing across the park and go pick it up, and it's fine. So, and that's what I love about it. They're very durable. And if you do break it, there's the lifetime warranty. So for me, it's what justifies the $100 price tag on it. Is that I'm on my second now. So right now, each quads cost me $50, and if I get to a third, it'll be even less money that I've spent per frame. So
Wow. So
that's
Miss K, what's your favorite?
I started out with the LHI, but then I moved to the TI, the Chameleon, and I love it because it takes me learning, you know, and I keep when I crash, it holds up. So that's why I stick with the TI. I've had it since my birthday, early March,
this year, yeah.
and it's still practically brand new.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So are any of you into building drones at this point?
What up, Hadley's Famous? Thanks for checking out the stream, man. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys. Throw the thumbs up. Show Val some love. We're really happy to be here, guys. Sorry I'm not zoning in on the chat all the way. I'm not interviewed too often, so.
It's kind of hard, isn't it? I tried to do it. That's why Roger and Kim, but I don't see Kim now. But that's why they come in and help me. Hey, Richard. He says he was stationed at Fort Carson from 80 to 82 and lived off Academy Boulevard.
Awesome. Yeah, we're right here off of like Academy and Galley area.
Wow.
Kind of smack dab in the middle of town. Really cool place. If you guys ever come visit, check it out, and make sure you hit us up when you do. We'll show you the town.
Hey, UK Pack Mule, thanks for coming in. So who was the first one to fly? It was probably you, Flipside. I'm saying it was probably you.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And so what brought you into droning?
You know, funny story. I had a coworker actually show me a video of it was Mr. Steele diving a building with a drone from a moving car. It's literally the name of the title. Diving a building with a drone from a moving car. And I just was immediately like blown away by how amazing it was, what he was doing. Like, you know, we've always stood around and stare at the clouds and the sky and birds, and we go, man, I'd love to feel free and, you know, feel weightless. And saw this video and was like, wow, I feel those feelings. I mean, obviously not like you do when you fly, but was like I understood that this was definitely a vehicle that you could use to quote unquote be free and fly, you know. It's really all it took. I
Wow.
started researching, and I actually got into drones more than the guy who showed me the video. It's funny. We both did, but I just took off. I fell completely in love with it.
Hey Val, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Because my screen's completely black again.
Is it frozen again?
It's more than frozen.
So if you need to go out and come right back, Roger.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it again. Okay.
Poor Roger. Poor Roger. Just he tries so much. He's so cool. Hi,
It's all right. I understand the technical difficulties. I've been having my own set of problems here. The internet's been going in and out, and computer just kind of is doing that, freezing and not exporting my videos nice, and just constant struggle.
Live the other day, and there were two of me with a bunch of disco lights going on at the bottom. I was like, what? I don't even know what's happening. It's been a long time since disco, and it needs to stay where it was.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on. So so tell me, so what was your first drone, did you say? And if you did, I'm sorry if I missed it.
No, basically after my buddy showed me that video, this was like March 2017, and so I bought a little toy drone like the one I bought my son, and I flew it around until I destroyed it because I flew it so much the battery wouldn't charge anymore, and was just doing constant research, watching videos and going, all right, is this really something I want to get into? Because once you start researching, you go, man, there's a lot of money involved to get into this hobby.
Ton of money. Ton of money.
And I mean, I was at the point where I'm like, okay, let's hypothetically shop on Amazon and see if we can find a whole drone setup. And I wanted to build it myself, and so I feel like I stand by that. If building it yourself, if you can, will definitely help you maintain your drone when you crash it, because you'll know how it went together. But so hypothetically building up a $1,500 price tag and going, oh man, I don't know. Bought a sim instead for $20 and a transmitter. I have it actually right here. Tyrannus.
Started.
Tyrannus X90. Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
Yes.
And so, you know, really spent like 15-20 hours in the sim before I said, okay, I'm gonna spend the money. My wife is gonna freaking kill me, but I'm gonna use like a third of our tax return, and I'm just gonna buy everything at once.
So let me ask you a question. When you took that third, did she get a third too to go do what she wanted?
Yes, and the kids also got another third.
See, that's what I think works. As long as you're fair, there you go.
Yeah. So
okay. So really quick, let me say hi to Richard. Yeah, I heard he had that issue. Nikos. Hey.
I love my drones.
And Ed emailed me 2 days ago to let me know that I need to get Miss K on for an interview. And so, and I told him, already done. Right?
Check.
Raphael. Right. Jack. Yeah. Like a flying family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rule of thirds.
I agree there, Drone Bum.
Yeah, I love the rule of thirds. But
gotta
once
keep it in
I
the family.
do a third, that's usually the whole thing. Guys. So are you telling me your first drone you did a build?
I did a build.
Your little whoop?
Yes, ma'am.
Why was that even in your brain?
All right, so I didn't know how to solder at all. I've never used a solder iron, and basically for the sole reason that I knew if I broke it, I wasn't gonna know how to fix it. I just knew, and it was gonna sit on my shelf, and I was gonna lose my interest in the hobby because I wasn't flying every day. And a lot of that was part of the research that I did. I watched a lot of videos. I'm a very open-minded guy, so I'm like, what do the pros say? What do the companies say? What does the community say? You know, and they said it's the harder route for sure. And so I said, okay, I went and bought a $10 solder iron. This is my best advice for anybody that wants to get in the hobby and is on the fence like I was. Bind-in flies are great until you break them, and then you don't know, and you better have a friend that will fix them. But if you don't, $10 solder iron from Walmart. Get yourself a roll of solder. I know, those things are horrible. I would never recommend this for anybody to really build their drone with. The $10 cheap ones, though, and then you go to any used PC store, outlet store, anything, and you go find yourself a nice, happy computer component. I don't care what it is. Something that you can solder a wire to, or put solder on a pad, or clean a pad off. Almost anything, like a cheap old graphics card will do it. I mean, anything you can think of. And so I just practiced doing that, and until I had an idea of what I was doing before I even touched my, this $1,000 worth of, electronics that I just bought that I didn't want to burn. I've seen the stories, lift the pads. And so, but that would be my best advice is find an old computer, tear it open, pull something out of it, and start soldering shit to it. Wires, anything you can think of. And it'll really help you understand.
I would never thought of that. I was trying to figure out how because I don't solder either, and I'd like to know how. And I was trying to figure out how am I going to go about doing that. At my age, I mean, I'm not even wondering if I can learn it, but a lot of the guys are learning it, so I should be able to. But
Right.
I think you're right. You just buy. So the $10 solder, which I know some guys are cringing right now in here.
Of course.
$10 solder.
Of course. Because it goes from 0 to 1,000 degrees, and there's no in between. It's either on all the way or off. And I would, like I said, I would never recommend that for anybody to actually put on their build. But it's a very cheap way for you to decide if getting into the hobby is worth your investment, because a really good solder iron is going to run you another $100. It's another quick $100. So if you're strapped for cash, my first 3 builds were with that $10 solder iron. Unplug it, plug it in, use it, unplug it.
Wow.
But it's going to give you the gist of how long it takes to melt solder, what it does, how it runs, how it smears when it's really hot, So like I said, at that point when you're ready to, I have one that I bought for $30 on Amazon, and it's not a digital, but it has variable temperature. It's got the nice tips like the Hakos use, and it's freaking $30. And I'm still on the same tip. I leave that thing on constantly while I'm building. So there are other alternatives now. It's just me, especially not knowing anything about the hobby. That's just kind of the route that I chose.
Mrs. K, are you building now?
Yes.
Because the way you say that you had to watch the smear and stuff like that. Oh God, she's building. She's building. I know it. I can tell a builder.
Yep.
Yes. So Lewis built my first one, and then I did my TI, and I loved it. I had so much fun. Now I do his repairs, and it's nice to kind of zone out and just kind of get lost in it, So I like it.
So do you guys do beta flight?
Yes, we both are running quads with beta flight right now. We started flying on clean flight, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I saw my first videos. You can go to the very first video on my page and just be ready to watch an atrocious video.
It's
my quad's flying like this,
It's probably not too bad. I think we all say that about some of our videos, but I mean, you guys have kind of come a far distance. You just have. So what did you think, Ms. K, when you saw him go out and spend $1,500 on his drone stuff that he was going to build and he had never built before?
So at first it was all right, and then it was like almost an addiction for him, to the point where we wouldn't see him very much. that he would go to the park. We would go with him, but he'd be flying all the time, and I was getting frustrated. I won't lie. I was to the point where I was like, this can't be that hard. Anybody could do this. And I picked up the Tyrannus and was messing around on the sim, and that's pretty much it. I was like, dang, this is fun. Like, I can do this, and I would love to do this. So that's how my addiction got started.
Yeah, Jim Crennan is saying she probably strangled him.
I did.
Almost.
There was a few times where I was like, no more money. You can't buy any more props.
Yeah. Props. Lots of props.
How did you? Okay, so I'm just gonna ask because this is my thing that I'm not getting right now. How did you guys figure out beta flight? I mean, you've never had a drone except for a little whoop, and then all of a sudden you're bringing beta flight, and you're trying to get that first. I'm assuming, maybe I'm wrong, but your first
like build going and in the air.
beta flight.
Yeah. So, Mrs. K just went down. That's her cell phone. So basically, a lot of frustration. I mean, to the point where I was like, hands in the air, I'm done. F this hobby, right? I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I'll tell you, I'm telling you guys, like, I'm a very meticulous builder, all right? I'll build really good, clean quads now, but I freaking hate it. I hate it so much. I hate building. It's not that I can't or that it's difficult. I just would rather be flying. But, like I said, the building's part of the task, so it's what you got to do.
Well, I thought I saw somebody passing the back.
So, yeah, that's just, I think this is the truth. And it sounds like Miss K may like building more than you.
Yeah, she finds some therapy in it. I'll definitely, the next time I build, I will record that for you guys, and you all can have a laugh and go, wow, there's another side of Flipside I've never seen before. As tools go flying across the room.
See, that's what I'm afraid is going to happen to me, because I have as Canadian Drone Network might not, the Canadian Drone Hub might know now, I have a very short, sometimes patience level, and I get aggravated a little bit quicker than sometimes I need to get aggravated. And so that would be
Guilty.
right. And Miss K has the patience of a saint, maybe?
Yes, definitely. 100%. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the echo, guys. Yes, she has found it way more therapeutic than me. And I will say, like, I just don't like rebuilding quads. If I have a brand new fresh build, it is so much fun. Everything's clean, everything you cut to the right length. I mean, you can, but then once you break stuff and you rip the little wires out on horrible crashes, and I'm talking about like really flying them hard and crashing them really hard. That just tends to become tedious, when you swap out an ESC and all of your motor wires are too short. You're like, oh my goodness, I have to extend them now. And so that's the part I find frustrating. Mrs. K loves it. I don't know, but it's a way for her to kind of shut out the world, I think, and really just focus on what she's doing. And it's hard with two little children running around. We don't have much time to focus. Maybe 3 minute increments throughout the entire day.
Right. Hey, Drum Bum, it's fine, no worries. And Jim Kernan says, Val's like me too. And then Ed is saying he just tried to have a sip of beer from his Bluetooth speaker. That must be some wild beer there if they put a speaker in that. I'm sure that's not what he meant.
Yeah.
So, flip side. Okay, make your beautiful work look. Oh my gosh. So, do you stand outside the door while she's fixing your quads, going, "Hurry, hurry, hurry! I want to get out." I'm just imagining what that may look like.
No, I mean, for the most part, for the most part, I'll fix my own stuff. She rebuilt my chameleon for me. I was just kind of frustrated, and she rebuilt my chameleon for me. And
Did a motor swap.
yeah, some motor
On your long
swaps. You've
range.
swapped an ESC for me. So it just, we're a team. So at the end of the day, like, I fix her drone, she fixes mine. Whatever we got to do to keep each other in the air, keep our kids alive, and everybody's happy. So
So how many drones have you gone through? So because it sounds like, and I know it's so because I've watched your videos, some of them you fly pretty hard.
I've gone through. Sorry, I've gone through 6 frames myself. I think
Ooh.
6. Yeah, and really, that's why I fly the chameleon now, right? Because most of the time when my quad crashes, it hits on the aluminum cage because there's so much weight on the front. That's just naturally the way it wants to fall. But like the drone kits that I initially built are basically QAV 250 frames, rebranded, and really cheap carbon, so they break. It's
Right.
part of the game, If when I was learning, trying to fly through, hallways and stuff, and I mean I still do it to this day. I almost got stuck in like an 80-foot tree yesterday, like 3 times. 3 times. I'm serious. And one of the times I crashed into it and I disarmed because I was obviously stuck. I'm like, oh crap, what do I do now? Like I can't. So I'm like, all right, and I rearm it and I just throttle and roll and it spit it out the side of the tree and rolled it level and I just took off and flew back to myself.
Wow.
The first time that's ever happened. I was like, everybody was screaming, oh my goodness. It was crazy. And I thought I was gonna lose my quad.
So Miss K, how many drones have you been through?
I have 3. Well, I guess I broke one. I built a Martian, and on my maiden, I broke it. I crashed it. I throttled it into the ground upside down, and that was the end of that. So from there, I got the TI, and I've had that ever since. So my original LHI still flies, just not as smooth.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I would see that's what I'd be afraid of. You build one and within your first day you break it. Okay, hold on. I need
That's gonna happen. Expect it to. And that's really why I suggest that, anybody who is really interested in getting into the hobby, really do your research, because you definitely don't want to be blindsided after you drop $1,500 on the hobby and go, oh man, I didn't know this was going to be so hard, or programming was going to be as difficult as it is. Really do your research, because you're throwing a lot of money to. I hate to see somebody drop that type of money and then say it's too hard or whatever. And that's when people like us step in that are more knowledgeable and go, hey, wait, don't leave. We'll help you. We'll help you. Come here and we'll tell you what we know and get you flying and more knowledgeable with your gear. And at that point, you become self-sufficient. You're going to do the same thing. You're just going to go help the next guy who you see needs it.
So I have a question. $1,500. What did you buy?
$1,500.
I'm sorry, I just have to
that was
know.
just the initial cost.
Oh. Hey, Gerald.
Basically, I chalk it up to $1,500 because, the research I did pointed me in the direction that I was going to go all out on my goggles and my transmitter. I was going to buy the best that there was. Why? Because I had the money to, and because
You don't fly it.
you don't fly them. You don't fly your transmitter. You don't fly your goggles. So it's probably not going to break.
Yeah.
So don't buy the cheap stuff, right? Buy the really good stuff that's going to last, especially when that's the most expensive one. And this is over a year ago. So, a lot of things have changed, and like the affordability of the hobby now. The big thing back then was the HD3s. That was the Fat Shark goggles. So, I justified my purchases with that, and then I built cheap build your own drone kits and flew those and learned on them and throttled into the ground at 40 miles an hour, flipping not all the way around, and love my drones. But it's that's what I figured is go all out on the stuff you're not gonna break because you're not flying it, and then once you learn enough, and see that's where a lot of people's opinions come in. Like, no, buy the Chameleon, right? Because if you break it, whatever, you're gonna be able to replace it, right? Well, yes, but the slow boat is like 3 weeks from China, so be ready to be down and not flying for 3 whole weeks.
Oh,
I buy a $20 frame from Amazon, and I build a frame and I crash it the next day. I can pretty quickly, 2 days shipping, buy another $20 frame from Amazon, get myself back in the air a little quicker. And that's just, like I said, it's how I started. That's just kind of the way that I went with it. But it's definitely not the way that everybody should do it. Especially now, like I said, there's a lot of good high quality stuff out there that is affordable. Not every really good frame is $100 anymore. The TBS, the Source one's like $30. The CL one from Rotor Riot's like 30 or $40. There's a whole bunch of racing frames that are, people will vouch for that they're really good and sturdy frames. And so just kind of whatever you want, whatever you want to fly, I suggest you do, but build it.
okay, really quickly. TechCore, the panel. It is Canadian Drone Hub. Roger, and I believe I see Cam. Hold on. And Cam. There he is. And then we have Flipside and Mrs K. And me. That's who's on. Yeah, I spend more money just to have it quicker too. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm just going to ask the married question. So you're sitting there, you have your goggles, you have your stuff, you have your build, and all of a sudden Miss Flipside, Miss K says, I think I would like to do that. Because, right, that's double the money, right? Or do you share or fly at different times? I mean, you must fly together.
We share. We do sometimes fly together if we have a sitter, because our kids are crazy. They still run around like crazy kids. And we already deal with that enough when we fly with dog walkers and stuff. So we pretty much fly separately unless we have a sitter. But we do share the transmitter and goggles. So.
Okay. So only one person in the air at a time.
Yep.
Does that sound right?
Which works for us because we all will always have a spotter, for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But that's a good idea, right? So then you get to build more drones because you're not spending that money on another set of goggles and another transmitter.
Right.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
And I have a friend who let us borrow his goggles for a while, so we were still able to do like ride-alongs and stuff with each other, and that's really fun. But most of the time when we go out, it's with our children, and so one of us plays at the park with the kids, and the other one flies a few packs, and then we trade it out, and just kind of switch out during the day until we're all too tired to play, and then we all go home.
So what is your next great adventure with drones? What do you want to do? Is there anything you haven't done? I mean, of course, there's always stuff you haven't done, but you know what I mean by that, right?
Right. I don't know. For me, I really don't have much direction on where I'd like to go. At the end of the day, I want to help as many people get into the hobby as I can. And if that's through inspiration, sharing knowledge, helping somebody build their drone, just showing people who don't know what these things are, what they are. There's a lot of uninformed people about drones, and a lot of the time I get approached by people saying, hey, what is that cool thing? You know, I'm like, oh, hey, check this out, right? Because that's a potential another person in the hobby. And so at the end of the day, yes, I want to be known that I'm a good pilot and, you know, I can fly well. I really stride myself on being the best I can be, and a lot of us do. We all want to just constantly be the best. But at the end of the day, I want to help everybody be their best, their own best. As long as it's not a job and it doesn't feel like a job, I'm happy. I definitely want to keep this fun and not too much like it's a 9 to 5. You know.
Well, I mean, you're a really good teacher too.
Living room on.
Thank you.
I need more lighting. There we go. Sorry. So
We'd like to say hi to everybody in the chat. No, our cam is frozen. It freezes off and on. So I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat. We're not going to type nothing out because I'll lose everything, I'm sure. So hi, everybody. We're still here.
Yeah, Hadley.
I'm sorry, Roger.
No, it's not your problem. It's not your fault. It's my computer.
You guys have your tablets out?
The tablets were. I have a feeling it's even screwing it up more than it is with the tablets on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have Stonewolf, Love My Drones, Tech Core, Jagger Scott, Tech Lady. Hey, Tech Lady. Just having fun. Merch. Raphael, we have Richard is in. Am I missing? I know I'm missing people. I know I am. So
Hadley's famous.
Hadley's, yes, right. Thank you, Kim. Hadley's famous FPV.
Big shout out to Hadley's Famous, guys. Hadley's Famous is who got me to meet you guys.
Nice.
I'm serious. He is the vehicle in which we were able to meet. So big shout out to him, and shout out to everybody. Much love. I see a lot of familiar names in the chat, guys. Sorry, I'm not paying more attention to it. I'm not every day I'm interviewed, so we're just trying to keep up with the pace here. But much love to everybody who's chatting in the chat, and definitely throw Val's channel that thumbs up, man. Show her the love. That's what it's all about.
And of course, you've seen Canadian Drone Hub is now back out of the chat. They will come back in. Hi, Jamaica girl. They will be back in. Dorma family still there. I'm happy to see you. We also have Grant McIntosh. AU Pack Mule was in here. Jim was in here, and he does some building also. So let's see who else. I think good. If I didn't mention your name, it's not, believe me, it's just because I haven't seen you for a little bit coming up through the chat. Okay, and Hadley just uploaded another video, so he's there. Whoop. Yes, it's funny, Flipside. I've been following each other since before Canadian Drone Hub. It's awesome to know you, brother. Nice to see your face besides this guy. Mrs. K.
Mrs. K.
Clement, a drone? Never heard of it.
Thank you so much. Like I said, man, it's been a really cool adventure, and every day we're getting to meet new cool people, new pilots, new content creators. You know, some of the people in the chat don't do drones, but they do other very interesting things. And at the end of the day, we're all really putting our heart and soul into what we're doing. So there's nothing like showing the love and helping each other out while we can, right? I was kind of talking about this in another group. Basically, you know, we're not all engineers, right? We're not all able to design frames and PDBs and flight controllers and new motors. And so what can we do, right? What can we do to give back to the community, or just give to the community, you know, is share our knowledge and support each other, right? That's what it's all about, and that's what we're all here for.
Hey, Paul Murray, I just put your name in because I didn't know if I'd be
Black Conduit, what up, G?
It's Black Conduit.
Yeah.
We have Mo here, and she is doing a really good job. She's monitoring my chat for me really good tonight, because I asked her to keep an eye on everything.
Thank you very much for helping out.
Just having fun does that for me, because it's really hard when you're interviewing to really make sure everyone's being taken care of and everyone feels like they are within this, and certainly they are.
The adorable looking child. I was so lost in the chat. Was it my son or my daughter? It's one of my kids. All right, we keep knocking Mrs. K's camera off here, so my apologies, guys. We are winging it tonight, 100%. So bear with us. It's all right, because we're glad to be here, guys, and thank you all for showing up to check out our crazy asses. A lot of people tell me that I'm crazy, and I'm like, really? I'm crazy? I mean, maybe. I've been drinking a cup of coffee and I'm getting hot, but you know.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. So, and I think Roger's going to come back as soon as he can, if he can get his channel working. I feel so bad for him. But
right. Raphael has a good point. Like, we are able to make frames. Yes, I agree with you there. We definitely can come up with the idea, right? But it's very hard to make that idea into a manifestation of something physical. You know, it's and really, like you said, it's because we're limited on the tools that we have to do it. You know, if I had a freaking CNC machine back there, damn right, I know I'd be cutting some frames, right?
Wow.
I just don't have the $4,000 to drop on one, so we'll put that off for another day, right?
Right. Oh, taxes come back high for 4,000. Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys. Yeah, that's I'll show you guys a little shot over here. This is my that's like our drone wall. Mrs. K did that. All the props up there in the corner, all of our dead props. We had a little prop wall collage thing.
I love all the props there. That was cool.
Yeah, they do all spin. Yeah, but I just have like a really big workstation over there and all my gear, and it's just kind of where we hang everything. So yeah, I you know, it's legal here for the medical stuff, and
right,
grow a little bit over in that corner, and that got put away and made a drone corner instead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hold
Came
on.
too much like a job, and I was like, drones are too much fun.
I take my finger at you, Stone Wolf, but I'm not sure why. But there you go. And hi, baby girl. He has the most beautiful.
Hey, definitely, Stone Wolf. We will definitely talk this evening if you'd like, brother. Hit me up on Facebook tonight.
Okay, Canadian Drone Hub. So the cam's just not working.
Yeah, the lamp. The lamp's usually pointed down for my little blue palette thing right there, so I could see where I'm soldering and stuff. But it was like washing out the camera real bad. But it it looks good, right?
So Paul Murray would like to know if you do a lot of drone racing.
All right, so I'm still on the fence about drone racing. Do I find drone racing very fun? Yes. Challenging? Yes. Do I recommend it? Definitely yes. Do I like to race and be super competitive? No. Because what it does is it makes you compete against your friends, which if people can handle it, friendly competition is fine. But even my bestest of friends, I'd say we've gotten a little like at each other because we were racing, you know, and it's so yes and no. I feel like racing brings a lot to the table. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, what I do doesn't make our hobby any money. I make some cool videos, right? I have lots of fun, hang out with friends. They don't pay me for that. If you win a race, they will pay you, usually.
Wow.
Or a prize or something, you know. But when you're talking sponsorships, a lot of times you're talking racers that do well. When a new motor comes out, it's usually based on the performance of how it handles in a race. I mean, unless it's specifically like a freestyle motor, you know. But so I definitely love freestyle, but always tell everybody, go out and race. And see, I agree with Paul Murray. The key is friendly competition. I agree with that. And me and some of my buddies, we do have a good time. We'll throw up gates sometimes, and you know, especially my buddy Shizzle Bo Dizzle. He's another really good pilot. He pushes me, and you know, me and him will get out there and really just hooking and booking as hard as we can to try and beat each other. You know, it's a good time. But I definitely recommend that everybody try racing, because with freestyle, as you're flying around, kind of tooting around, okay, I'm going to do a spin or I'm going to do a dive down this tree or something. And then you get into a hairy situation, you can usually just power out and go, oh, shit, and fly away, you know, try it again. So you really have that freedom with freestyle, which, I'll be honest, can kind of make you a sloppy pilot. That's how I felt. And when I started racing, I really felt like, okay, this is a defined course, and if you don't hit the course the way it's designed, you're not going to hit it. You're going to hit the flag or something, or have to go back around the gate. So it forces you to fly a very strict pattern with your drone: up, down, left, right, power loop over, you know, or S-turn. And that will really, really sharpen up your skills. So I highly suggest that, even in the sim, if you're just learning, you're tooting around, you're getting the idea of how to do it, load up a race, fly it, really get good at hitting something and forcing yourself to go through something. It will definitely sharpen your all-around game for flying drones.
So you did a sim before you went into building a drone.
Yes, ma'am.
You did the same?
Yes, he was not going to let me fly his drone until I had so many hours in the sim.
I knew, like, mentally,
you have to have this K.
I knew, like, there's a point mentally where, like, okay, you can see, like, I can watch her fly and go, okay, I know she can keep my drone in the sky. So at that point, I'm like, all right, let's go outside, let's do it.
Right.
You know, but there's just that point, you know, because we can all grab the remote and just start flying around, but it's like when you can actually sense that full amount of control and you can see it, then you go, okay, you can fly my $400 drone and see if you like the hobby, you know. And she killed it. She not killed it bad, killed it good. Like, she did really well, and came down and landed and was like the same thing that we all get, that huge adrenaline rush, you know, and where you're just shaking and you're just like, wow, that was amazing, and that's all it took. That's all it took.
Wow.
So, you know, now our wallets are pretty thin nowadays. But the thing with having two people in the hobby is, yes, we did break twice as much stuff, and I have twice as much time on my Tyrannus used, and wear and tear, and goggles, and everything, right? But there's a point where you can really fly. You can fly 15, 20 packs before I crash. Have to change one prop, you know. And I'm not saying that because I'm good, but oh, of course I crash all the time. Every single day I go out, I am hitting something. I'm flying into a tree. But I'm making most of that happen. Not saying I'm crashing into the tree, right? But I am trying to get as close to that thing as possible. I'm trying to do a new trick, right? I'm trying to, it could be anything, but most of the time it's me intentionally trying something that I know I'm uncomfortable with, that I'm going to do it. I'm going to send it. That's what they say. And then you can really decide if that day you're like, I'm going to send it all day, or I'm going to kind of warm up today. I'm going to fly a few packs and warm up and maybe just practice one thing. You know, your stuff lasts longer, as I'm saying. The better you get, the longer your quads will last.
And we're just saying, get the rush.
The rush is intense.
Hey, Night Train, how you doing, Mike? And Plummet saying, if you're not crashing, you're not flying.
Exactly. If you're not crashing, you're not flying. I agree with that.
So, Miss K, how does it feel for you to fly? How do you feel when you're flying?
I feel relaxed. I don't fly as hard as Flipside does. I'm more cinematic and cruisy, and that's just kind of the style I developed, I guess. I'm trying to get a little harder, but I rarely go to the end of my sticks. I'm very smooth. I don't have any throttle expo, so it just kind of fly around and do things slowly.
Right? Get the cinematic shot.
The last one you did, Miss K, I was watching. The music was beautiful, and it was you were ripping it. You were doing everything, but there was such a peacefulness about it. It just was. I just loved it. I don't always have time to get to everyone's video. I'm so glad I got to that one. That was
Thank you.
wonderful. I really liked it. I get that you're, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Are you just a peaceful person by nature anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So
Yeah, nice.
I'm the crazy
Your
one.
comes out and you're flying, and your crazy comes out and you're flying. I'm just gonna
Yes.
say.
Oh, trust me, I'm a very like super laid back dude. But I definitely have the crazy switch. Where is it at? The crazy switch. I can hit that quick. And I mean, like in life, like I'm such a very, I don't know, chill person until I need not to be. I don't know.
I'm the same way. I tell when I talk to Roger and Kim, I go, I don't let my crazy off the leash, but every once in a while it comes off and I try to get it back on. And it's just so hard once it comes off. Every once in a while the crazy comes off the leash. I try not to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I don't. Yeah. Crazy's okay. There's nothing
It's
wrong with crazy.
sometimes. Yeah, crazy. No, we all gotta have a little bit of it. It works.
That's what it is. It's real. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not all magic and stars and unicorns. You know. I'm a. You know. I have the sweetness, but I also have the sour. You know, and that's just being real. It's just real life. It's who we are. We're human beings. Everybody can hit their points. You know, and you know, it's something that we've been working on actually is kind of, you know, staying positive. There's a lot of Chris Hill just posted a video. I'm glad he mentioned it because Facebook is an amazing place, right? It's a very good place to connect with other people, pilots as well, you know. But it's toxic and it's also beautiful. So
Where is this?
Facebook,
Facebook. Yes.
social media, yeah, you know, it's
Yes,
toxic,
yes,
but
yes.
it's beautiful. There's a lot of support, but there's a lot of toxicity. So you have to grab onto what you want, right? And so we're going to keep staying positive and, you know, lifting everybody up, right? Because nobody wants to be down. Down is so down. Down is so yesterday, right?
Right? Hey, Raphael, thanks for coming in. Guys, I know. Hey, Aaron, I know there's lots of places to choose, and I just want to thank you for choosing our stream tonight and being here with Flipside and Mrs. K. I mean, I know what brought all the boys to the yard, probably Mrs. K, but we're here too, Flipside and me. So, yeah, I think I've seen a lot of toxicity and I don't do well with it. If too much toxicity comes near me, I'll just shake because of it. I just can't do it. I'll tell
Right.
people I can't go there. I can't be within that
Yeah.
because I can't do it. Because too much toxicity and my crazy wants to come off the leash.
That's how I am.
And I'm chasing down the street trying to clip myself back up. It just doesn't work for me and doesn't work for anyone I know when I go off the leash. Nobody
Right.
wants to see that. It's not pretty. So I agree. And Facebook can be very much like that.
Yeah.
But it can also, again, right? It's
A very
where you
good
connect with
connecting
people.
media.
So
Yeah.
what do you think about what happens within YouTube? Has all of that been working for you guys? Posting videos, getting positive support?
That's the only kind of support that I get from YouTube. I mean, there's always like the few people that thumbs down or whatever, but you know, that's the exception, not the norm. And so you obviously can't look at it at that way. So the norm is everybody is supportive and loves each other's content. And I mean, I really feel like my personal opinion is that most of YouTube watchers are or viewers are content creators or
Yes.
potential content creators. And kids, because I mean
Right.
everybody
So
gives
many
their
kids.
phone to their kids to watch YouTube. Yeah, it's just a thing. But so we're all in it to support each other, and we find really good ideas from each other. And you know, I've had so much networking done just on YouTube alone, which is weird because it's just a video platform. There's not like much social side to it, like a Facebook would be, you know.
Right.
So, but here we are, you know, and I love it. I definitely support YouTube over Facebook any day.
Yeah, I like it also much more, except for the fact that my family does Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to say hi, you know, but they have backed off of Facebook. And I
Right.
have to remember to go on it unless someone messages me because I'm just, well, you know, if you're flying, if you're working and you're doing YouTube, this is this is kind of a lot of time spent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How do you divide your time up? Because you're young and you have a young family. So how do
Right.
you divide your time up between what you love and what you love? Right?
Um, you know, it's tough. Paul Murray, I agree with you completely. Mrs. K should definitely start racing, at least in like the local races. I've told her that before. I think it's about the time. But to get back to your question, Val, it is really, really difficult. Um, it is a crazy juggling act, and at the end of the day, something suffers. So you have to decide what that's going to be. And you know, it's unfortunate, but you really have to, like, a schedule is really good to have, right? Which can be swayed by unexpected things. But that's definitely really helped us is having a good schedule. Um, we've gotten our work hours down to a time when we have the days off that we want. That definitely helps because we have, you know, family day and a drone day. And, but yeah, definitely a constant struggle, huh? It's just a juggling act of time and where it all goes, you know? So just stay in there. You know, I'm probably up. I mean, I know some people work 18-hour days, but you know,
Mhm.
I'm awake for 18 hours of the day, constantly doing something, whether it's dad, student, husband, drone
Wow.
pilot, YouTube content creator. I mean,
So you said student. Talk to me about that.
oh, I'm on my final year of my bachelorate degree. I'm actually on my first capstone and for software engineering. Um,
Wow.
computer,
Okay. Very nice.
basically computer systems software engineering. So
Oh,
to be the
that's just scary. You know, I went to college late in life. I was 39 when I started, you know, and I did my undergrad and my graduate work. But I was really older. You're doing it at a very good time. Very good time.
I mean, I'm 31. You know what? I should have did it when I was 21.
Well,
Should
you
have,
do it
could have.
when you're ready,
Still, I'm doing
right?
it now.
Do it when you're ready.
I'm
You
doing it
may
now.
not have known what to do then. Maybe there's always a plan, right?
Right? You never know. There's definitely a plan. You just got to make it happen.
And so, how are you doing in school? I'll just do the mom thing. How you doing? What are your grades looking like?
3.5, 3.6, almost 3.6 GPA.
That is
Not bad, right?
really good. Yeah, yeah. So, well, you know, my
As long as
youngest
I keep this
graduated.
capstone going.
So I've had tech review by Ira. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to get these mods out here. So that is good. All my kids have gone and
Thank you.
graduated,
Just having fun.
and they're all done, but none of them did the computer part. And my dad was like a computer, like just a whiz. So I always thought they would do it, but uh, that's why you were able to do beta flight.
Definitely a
I'm
better student. Oh, I still had my learning curve. Trust me. I still don't fully understand filters. I'm working on that. Filters
What?
filter out noise at certain spectrums, notch filters and stuff.
Mhm.
Start and stop at certain frequencies. So I'm still learning stuff. It's
So-
more like the hardware engineering side of things.
So you have so much going on then. Are you full-time at college?
Yes, full-time student.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did that full-time work, and I would quilt, but you can quilt whenever you want to. And because it's not my hobby now, of course, it's drones, but I don't know how
Buddy.
honestly, in little children, which is what I had too, but if I threw on a hobby where it's out ripping it, I don't know. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't.
You just think about replacing quilting with FPV and seeing in your spare time you don't quilt, you go fly. You know, or instead of drawing, you go fly. Or instead of, I don't know, what do
But, like-
people do for hobbies anymore?
Yeah, but like I
We
said
drown.
earlier, like something will suffer, right? And
Wow.
so you just have to pick what really makes you happy in life. And so my focus is family, school, and kids and drone. That's
You're
it.
extremely organized, are you not?
No, not at all.
You're not?
No, it might look like it, guys, because this is the internet, but no,
It's me.
Hey, Aaron says
It-
compromises.
it is mostly her.
Are you very organized, Miss K? Okay, yes.
I'm getting there.
Somebody has to be to make all that work smoothly. Really do. Because I'm never going to sit and say someone shouldn't do it all because I think that's what we're here for. Don't want
crash the
to
Lone
not
Star
doing
Cup.
it all, but somebody has to be organized.
Yeah, it's
It
the
would not
balance, right?
be.
It's the balance.
So I always had trouble putting things together in a really great way. I've been checking my black box a lot lately. Sorry I'm late, Sarkop. You're never late as long as we see you and Henry. We love you, Henry. Hey, Louis P. Floyd, how you doing?
What
we
up?
got Flipside and Mrs. K.
In the heezy. Woo.
So you've managed, Mrs. K. I'm just going to say it's probably you, keeping everything organized so that the family gets the time they need, drones get the time they need, he gets the schooling he needs, work gets the time it needs. You're a blessing.
Huge.
And she's a blessing.
Huge.
I do try.
My biggest supporter is her. I mean,
Yeah.
even before she got into drones, like I knew she was hating me for just I charged 2 packs and honey, I'm flying by, and
And you're like, what? You're leaving me here with the kids again? Really?
so
She's looking at you saying, hey, I'm going to fly a couple packs. See you later.
I return the favor, do I not?
Yes.
I do. Now I do. So it works out. She's working now, and so she'll come home from work. I'll have the backpack packed up with batteries charged and drone strapped up on it, and so here you go. And she can go, get her relaxing time, and
Right.
it's really cool. It's expensive, but I mean it's really cool.
It is expensive. Really quick, hey guys, whether you're coming in, going out, or somewhere in between, feel free to hit that like. Let Flipside and Mrs. K know that you liked having them here and seeing them. Also, let's see, what did I see? Oh, is Mrs. K always this shy? Mo wants to know if she's shy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, she's shy. She'll be back. She's taking care of the babies.
Honestly, guys,
Yes.
we're both pretty shy. We're very much introverts. I just feel like I've been doing this enough. I've had, my GoPro, talking to my GoPro and people looking at me in public and going, man, I'm uncomfortable. But I've just gotten used to it more is all. And that's allowed me to just kind of be myself a little bit more. But yes, Mrs. K on average is very shy
Yeah, I have
and so
some social
soft-spoken.
anxiety. Oh, Kim's saying so is he. And so I have social anxiety. It's hard for me, but I've always had to be out within everyone. Always not very comfortable place for me. So if someone says, "Hey, we're going to go to a party. You want to come?" No, truly no.
Sorry. If it was, hey, bro, do you want to come over to my house and have a couple beers with me and like one other bro?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll be
definitely. Let me grab my stuff.
That is so me, but I don't like to be. It's now. I'm going to tell you, if all the family got together, all the community got together, and we were all going to meet everyone, I would be so into that. Let's go fly. Let's go have fun.
It would be like meeting myself a million times, you know, and
Right,
that's cool
right.
because I feel like we all have this you know, the drone thing in common. Whether you fly like a DJI or racer or freestyler or a little tiny whoop, you know, it doesn't matter. We're all in it to
Yeah.
have fun, and we've all found a similar ground, and that's all we need. You know, to me, that's, you know, if you fly drones, you're cool people. So just
Yes,
saying. Just saying.
I think it is. I think they are. I've seen a lot of people fly. Don't know everyone. Some, I don't get to talk too much anymore. But if they're flying drones, they are cool. There's just something very cool about flying drones, right? And Miss K, even though you're a little shy, you are super cool. I'm just gonna tell you, I know what cool looks like, and you are super cool. Hey Nikos, how you doing? We have Drone On in the house. Hey Drone On. Mrs. K,
Thank you,
can you
Nico. Appreciate it, brother. Thank
write
you for showing the
something
love.
in the chat so people can see you, and if they don't have you, they can pick up. Guys, you're gonna love her channel. You're gonna love it. Her channel is very, very cool. She has a beautiful vid out right now that you're gonna want to see.
Okay, she's
So
gonna
make
grab her
sure
phone so that she can run in the chat as well.
Yeah, merch. Yeah, the RC hobby has a really big family. That is for sure. That is for sure.
Yep.
So, because I know everyone in here is flying something. Some people have no business flying anything.
True.
I do too.
True.
Hey,
But
Aaron, are you speaking to me, hey, Aaron?
no, Ron, you got it wrong, Ron. Okay, so um, that's a joke from Key and Peele.
Yep,
Really
yep,
cool. Okay, so um, yes,
yes.
not the people that just don't know how to fly or new people.
Right.
New people, it's the people that cannot learn to carry respect for the public. That's it. Hit yourself in the face with a drone all day long. All day long. I don't care. Your problem, right? As soon as
Right.
you start risking other people's safety, there's an issue. There's an issue. And so if you're just lacking the common sense to not fly over individuals that are, you know, walking down the street or over freaking traffic, my drone's only 2 pounds. Yeah, you know, it doesn't
That's
matter, man. You're gonna smash their windshield. It's gonna freaking spider. You're gonna freak some fucking soccer mom. Excuse my language. You're gonna freak some soccer mom out, and she's gonna swerve and crash her car. You know, and so that's, I think, what Aaron is saying, that when some people have no business flying, it's the people that just don't have common sense and respect for others.
Hey, thank you, Jonan. Thank you for choosing to come on today. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Driving a car too. That's true, Ed. There are so many different cool people who fly drones, hobby and commercial, all makes and models. They are all they all are work to be the best. Yeah, they all work to be the best. Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of idiots out there in my area. Poor mama.
Hey guys, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what hobby, doesn't matter what town, city, country. There are smart and respectful people, and there are also the idiots that just don't care and lack common sense.
So if I were to ask you, what is the percentage? Let's say we have, 40,000 drone flyers, or let's make it easy so the math isn't hard for me. Out of 1,000 drone flyers, how many do you think would be disrespectful?
It's, you know, I think it's a very low percentage. I think it's kind of like airplane crashes. Like, you know, um, those are always broadcasted on the news. And so to us in our brains, we find that to be frequent. And a lot of people are scared of flying, right? But statistically, you're more likely to die in a car crash, right? I know everybody hears that, right? But like it's overwhelming, like the number of chance you have to die in a car crash compared to an airplane. So I think that's the case in drones, is like when the idiots come out, the freaking torches and the pitchforks come up, and it's blasted all over the internet, and the big
And we
deal
all
is
get
created.
swept up into that basket of bad drone flyers.
But I think that that number is very, very small. And I've seen that because, like I said, we're all pretty much the same. And so there's always a few bad eggs. But for the most part, we're all really cool people who are just trying to have fun and do it safely and, you know, get better at our hobby or whatever our goal is, you know, whether it's fly like Ladrib or Mr. Steel or get the super 4K cinematic shot, you know, on the sunset, cresting the mountainside, you know. I mean, there's just so many cool things that we do with drones. And most of us, like 95% of us, if not higher, do that.
So guys, really quick, don't forget the fact that tomorrow at 9 a.m., the Canadian Drone Hub will be on and hitting it. They're supposed to get their windows tomorrow, and it's Halloween. So also, if you have any little kids, make sure you get by Roger and Kim's house. They have some candy, and they're waiting for you.
And they probably won't snatch your kids up. Ah, no.
I know. FPV for life. FPV life. Then look at how many people don't get hurt.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
At the end of the day, all the people I fly with, really cool. You know, we all don't buzz people's kids in cars, and we have a good fucking time. We have a good time. So
and
that's what
you
it's all
can't
about.
really hurt yourself, right? I remember Kim was telling me one time that one of the guys on one of the channels cut himself with his drone. It cut his fingers, and I was just like, I didn't realize drones could be dangerous to that point because I hadn't been around any of them.
All right.
And then I realized that this is not a toy. I mean, some of them are certainly, but they're not, the things we're flying aren't toys.
They are what I would call, I mean, you know, a big boy's toy. They're, you know, a big kid's toy. They're definitely something you have to just have respect for. That's all. And you know, keeping all of these is good. You use these to fly and to make money at work, and you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I have scares props off.
Mm-hmm. My buddy, when we first started, the guy, my coworker I was telling you about earlier, I bought and built a 5-inch. I wanted 5 inches in, you know, just because like a lot of people were flying them. That was like the main freestyle quad size, and you could put a GoPro on it, blah, blah, blah. So he got a little small one, right? And a brushless though, like a 195 millimeter frame or something, brushless. Crap ton of power to weight ratio. That's what I was gonna say earlier. Somebody can correct me on this, but like an average, like, you know, racing drone motor or freestyle motor or whatever is spinning at like, somebody give me the number. It's something thousand, like 20,000 RPMs, 40,000 RPMs. It's insane. So end props are sharp because they're meant to cut the air, not smack it. So yeah, anything spinning at that speed.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, anything
cut the air, not smack it.
Definitely, yeah. You're not trying to push the air out. You're slicing the air, like you're chopping right through the air. So 60,000. Thank you, Night Train.
60,000.
Yes. Yes. An outrageous RPM. Think about your car. Your car will, I mean, like an average car, like a commuter car, will probably rev up to about 6, 7, 8,000 RPMs. 8 like tops, unless you have a race car, it might do like 10,000 RPMs. So your car revved up to the highest is 1/6 of what your little tiny race motor does.
Oh, geez.
Per revolutions per minute. So it's spinning really fast.
Oh my God.
It's the next Saw movie, exactly.
To live or die. Oh my God.
So, and you know, that's why. Anyway, back to my story. My buddy had the little small 90 millimeters and was working on it, and those things have like two nuts going into the prop. You have to use an Allen wrench. It takes you like 20 minutes to take all four props off. So he had plugged into Betaflight, and we're testing the motors, and it's on his laptop, and we're like, oh, it's just a small thing. So he's holding it down with his hand. So test the motors, reset, and his slider, you go all the way up, you plug in your battery, it goes da da da, and you go down, it goes da 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 da, and then it's done, right? Well, he went back up on accident, and his freaking quad like flew out of his lap, came over towards him, and like this way, right by his head.
Oh.
And the only thing that saved him was the freaking USB cord, like tethered it this way, away from him, because it was still attached. Otherwise, it would have been like right in his dome, and just I'm laughing at him, you know, but yeah, that was probably the scariest thing I've seen.
I've tried to tighten my props and my thing. I was
Keep my
using
blades.
that little screwdriver slipped and went right into the palm of my hand. I've had more blood on my breed, which is nothing like what it's a gentle baby compared to what you do. And then I was leaning over it and it wouldn't start. And I took my controller. It's because the controller didn't have a lot of juice. And I went really close to and hit, and it went right up to my face.
Oh,
and
shit.
I threw myself back, but that's again a baby compared to the race drones, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to kill myself with my breeze. So yeah, I'm learning. I think sometimes we do learn by doing stupid stuff.
Yep.
Like a swarm of small microbes that would tear the flesh away. Happy Halloween. What? I did that, Val. Almost came out the back of my hand, right?
Just recently, I have a top mount battery frame, and so I plug my quad in. I got my Taranis hanging on my lanyard, and I'm walking to set it, you know, a few feet out in front of me. And as soon as I leaned down and I had the quad at about my knee level, it just freaking armed. My shirt must have caught my arm switch or something, because then I'm just like dumbfoundedly holding my quad going, it's armed. Holy crap. I'm like, how did it do that? So, I mean, it can still happen. So, like, you just, you know, be prepared, and you'll get a lot more flying done than having to worry about going to the doctor for chopping your finger up.
Yeah, Furball saying, Kim, Roger hit me 3 times with his drones.
So there are guys that I fly with. I won't name any names, but I always tell people this. If you see me get in my car, it's because I'm scared you're going to hit me.
Yeah.
What's Flip doing in there? Oh, no, he's on his cell phone or something. It's cool. Nope. I am hanging out in my metal cage while you fly your drone.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play? No, fine. Hey, Net Dragon. How you doing, love? How you doing? It's nice to see Net Dragon in here. We've been missing him in the morning. He's got a great job and he's happy. That's a really great thing. Target practice football. Yeah, you know, he was. You can't get over that. You can't get over that. So you guys now have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And you both have one. What would you like to see happen with that? Just what do you want to see? I want mine to grow. I want to bring value to people. But what do you guys want?
I don't really know how to answer that, because I'm just kind of doing this because I like it. Not really for anyone else. It's really cool that people like my style and like to watch. And I love that. I'm so appreciative, and I love the support, and especially the encouragement that I get from YouTube.
Right.
But as far as like future growth, I would be perfectly content with the little YouTube family I have right now, because it's gotten me so far you know.
It's like build relationships,
Yeah.
you know, with people.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I agree.
But you might be uncomfortable if it blew up really fast and everybody wanted to see you.
Mhm.
Like I get people asking me to start vlogging, but I don't always know what to say. I always end up scrapping the stuff I talk about when I fly because I just sound goofy, I think. So I never
So drone
post
pool.
it.
Never
So,
post it.
yeah, I should.
I'll say this. All right, and I told my buddy Chris Till this because he posted a really cool video. Check him out, guys. His channel is Westside, WESTPSYDE. Really cool cat. Reminds me of myself a lot. But he made a cut in his video I just watched, and he was like, "Man, I didn't realize how many times I said." And I went, bruh. I said the last video I cut out 46 ums. And I got tired of doing it. So I just let the rest ride.
Right, right.
That's how it goes.
That's what when I first did them, I was doing the same thing. I may still, because I decided just I'm not going to notice it anymore. Because we all have those little things we do. And it just has to, you're right, it just has to ride sometimes. Because if we were going to be like someone put in Casey Neistat's name, if we were going to be that, and that's where we were going, we're all going to have to go back to the drawing board and start cleaning up some of the stuff we do. I don't want to reach there. That's not for me. Because I want to be able to walk in my house and not be worried that I have people out there waiting for me to walk in. And I'm just not going to have that happen. It's just not going to be my venue in life. So I get you, Miss K. I get you. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah.
But if it does grow, that's cool. You know, I love, you know, meeting new people and people excited about watching me, and they could see my beginning stuff and feel like they too have hope, you know. So it's
Well, you do give me hope, Miss K. You do give me hope. I am so excited to have females come in to the Canadian Drone Hub or come on my channel. We get to talk, but there hasn't been a lot because a lot of people, a lot of women aren't yet flying. Yeah, we have Zoe, we have a few others, but it's so nice. We have someone in our very young community who flies racing drones. I do the breeze and I'm getting into FPV and sim, but I'm at the beginning.
right.
And I'm old.
We all have to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere.
It's no excuse.
I'm telling you, watch some of my first videos. You know what? I was like, why would I post this? And I can't remember who I was talking to, but somebody was like, why do you want to post, you know, your crappy first, you know, 60 hours of flying videos? And I'm like, yeah, why the fuck why would I want to post that? Sorry. And he's like, because when you look back at your progression, you will be amazed. And you will have that to look back at. And anytime you're feeling down about how you fly or whatever, just look back at your very first beginning days and you'll go, wow.
That
wow.
is true.
My first beginning days, I posted that video when I was flying. I had that little pink drone, which I just got to get it out to Sinister. I'm bad about mailing stuff. But I was chasing it the whole time. I do it, it goes, I go away. And I run after it, pick it up, and go back. Run after, and that was my first video. And I wasn't going to post it, but Kim goes, "You need to post that." And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." "No, you need to post that." So I did put it up, but it was I ran after it the whole time. It was trying to go to China, and that's what I did.
All of it.
For about Kim, I agree, man. It also helps new droners to learn as well.
Right.
You know, anything, you know, and it's amazing. Like some of the people that follow me are, you know, have been following me since like the beginning and are still just like super interested to watch my videos. And sometimes I post them and I'm like, man, I just don't know about this one, you know, and then just the love that YouTube and our community really shares is just enough to be like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go make another video. Let's go. I'm so pumped now, you know, and so that's what keeps me going.
My first FPV flight, I don't think I had him here. I had the box
Hey,
goggles
helicopter, what
and
up?
your phone in, and I went out and I flew my breeze with it. I'm just lucky I didn't hit myself with it. But I got so much support with that one video. That's why I'm doing sim now and I'm doing all my other stuff, because the support I got, that's what did it. Because had I not gotten that support, and everyone come on and say, hey, what are you doing? Stop, just stop, go home, just stop. I think I might have, you know, because I would have been like, I'm doing something so terribly wrong, or I would have been a closet flyer. Go in my backyard.
You know, I agree, and that's what keeps, you know, the new guys and myself when I was new. That's what keeps us all in it. Is the community will not let you give up. They will lift you up to help you stay in the air. I got 2 quads over there. I'm not even gonna show you what they look like, but I'm gonna fix them for this guy because I want him to fly more. Dang it! And I told him I would, and
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do it. And it's atrocious, but I'm gonna make it work. And
Yeah.
because I want him to fly, I want him to fly, and I've had people do the same thing for me. And so, right, you share the love. We are in Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, right up next to the mountain range, and we barely go fly it. I love our mountains, but like FPV wise, our mountains are quite boring. All the rocks are red, all the dirt is red, and there's like super dense pine trees. So you can't really like proximity through them like some of those really cool videos you see where they're getting right up on the trees, and you know, and then when you go like up and dive something, it's just like it almost looks like grass because it's just the treetops.
Right.
So I find our mountains be boring. Other people might not.
I hope you're okay. I hope everything was okay. That shooting was just monstrous. And I'm so sorry that, you know, just so sorry that you had to be anywhere near it. In helicopter, it's going to be really hard to do your delivery driving without a car.
Right. Graduated from Harrison. Right on, man. That's just right down the street. Widefield graduate that way. I'm a GED extraordinaire because I wasn't a great kid.
It's okay.
Yeah,
We all take different routes to get in where we're going. Doesn't matter.
They said alternative school, and I was like, I got an alternative for you. And
Right?
I wasn't allowed to go to school anymore. I'm sorry. I was a pretty crazy kid, but
Were you?
not super crazy, but yeah, I hung out with a rough bunch of kids, I think, when I was a teenager. And that's all right, because at the end of the day, I'm not anymore, and it's just made me who I am, and it's made me appreciate both sides of life.
Right.
That's what I care about.
So just asking a question because, yeah, I work with a lot of kids that were probably like you. And I love them all. They're so great. But what would you do for your son differently to make sure that would not occur? And was there anything anyone could have done to make sure that didn't occur?
Keep doing school. Yeah. I grew up most of my life as like a child to a single mom. So always be there for my son.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't ever imagine not being there for my son. So that's the one thing that I'll definitely do that I didn't have, is always be there. So
Yeah, I spent a lot of time as a single mom, and I will tell you, it's so much harder than anyone can believe if you're on it all the time, making sure that your kids do what they need to do. and
Right.
it's just a difficult existence to make sure, and you're always worried. So you are wonderful, and that's true. Dads need to stay. It just that's what I'm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. And
Thank
it
you.
does. It makes a difference. It does. It's a good thing, and it's wonderful to do it. So thank you. Thank you for telling me that because it'll make a big, huge difference for your babies.
Right. I agree.
And
I
I
agree.
think your girl may be, is she a daddy's girl? Or she's a mommy's daddy's girl, right?
Looks like me, but
Yeah.
she's a daddy's girl. And Aiden looks like him and is a mama's boy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
all right. Isn't that the case though? Or they're always mama's boys and daddy's girls. That's how it goes.
Yes. It's just the way that works, right? It's so good. It's so cute. So so now that you have your YouTube channels up and running, and you said you like it even if it stayed where it's at because of all the family and people around. And I'm just so what happens when it grows? Because I'm going to tell you the way you guys fly, it's going to grow. I don't think you can help it. I mean, it's just going to grow. You guys are really good. You're a good team. You put off a really good vibe.
Thank you.
And so it's going to grow. You're not, so what are you going to do when it grows? What would you like to do?
I mean, like, grow in the sense that, like, I don't know.
I'll probably start talking more to the camera, which I'm
Yeah.
not that great at. But I think I'll get more comfortable, I guess. And talking to myself, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta like think of subject matter at the same time as you're like saying things and not trying to go and like recall every 3 seconds what you're trying to talk about. That's definitely a tough one. I agree.
So Miss K, I've been doing this now for a year and a half. I think, how long have you been doing this?
Just a little over a year.
Okay.
I think I started in the beginning of June of last year,
June, July-ish.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically a year. 2 summers and 1 winter.
Love My Drone said, yes, you have to talk to yourself, Mrs. K.
Really hard.
So what I do, and helicopter, you're a good blocker. Stop.
Furball Kim.
Helicopter, he's so cool. But I think the thing is, when I look in the camera and I'm talking, I always know my best friend's on the other side.
Right.
That's how I do it. I just imagine my best friend on the other side because when I do it, the people are going to watch. They're my friends.
Exactly.
They are.
Right.
They're my family. So talking to them isn't hard.
Yeah.
Now, if I looked at it and said, people are going to watch me and I don't know them, I don't know who they are, and I'm gonna, that'd be hard for me because I'm such a social inverted person. So I just say my best friend's on the other side, and I'm talking to her, and I'm talking to them. It's us out there flying as I'm talking. Maybe that will help because that's what I do.
I love my drones. I agree there. Best conversation, but best intelligent conversations, the one with yourself.
Oh my God, Ed.
All right, you always know the answers.
I talk to myself all the time. It's a YouTube thing, talking to yourself. Yeah, I just sometimes, like, if I'm doing what I know Mo would like, I just, Mo's just such a dream. So what I do is I just pretend I'm talking to her sometimes. I'll just be like, because I know she'll get my jokes, because not everyone gets my jokes. Oh, really quick, by the way, I watched Mr. Crowley's fan mail video that he did where he's pretending to, I don't know what the heck, like he's had Emmys and something. It was hilarious. Maybe you guys want to check that out. I'm just saying. I just remember watching that. Just Mr. Crowley's fun. So now that what time are we? Okay, good. We have time. So what I'd like to do is give people time to talk with Flipside and for us to pay a little more attention to the chat, just so we can do that. And so I'm glad you guys are talking about, we laugh a lot, you and yourself.
Laughing is the best medicine, man.
Music in my car. So, oh my God, you're so funny, helicopter. So I just want you to have a chance to talk to everyone and to kind of see where they're at. So, guys, is there anything that you would like to know from Flipside? Well, okay, there's one thing I want to know. A new FPV flyer. What do you recommend? Not even drone, but how do you recommend they get to where you are?
Into the hobby, where I am.
Mhm.
Mm, my best answer would be do your research. Do your research and thoroughly. Like if you're serious about dropping that type of money on this hobby, and it's a wonderful, wonderful payout. I'll tell you that. It's so much flipping fun. Do your research. Make sure that you know what you're buying, what you're going to do with it. And if you don't, seek the community out. Seek out locally first. You know, do your research. That's all I gotta say is watch Bardwell videos, watch Project Blue Falcon, rest in peace, dude. Watch all his stuff because he will break down like what everything does and why it's supposed to do that. And just take your time. Don't ever jump into something if you're not sure about it. Get some advice first. Lastly, learn to disarm. Like the first thing I ever learned and like religiously practice it was disarm, disarm, disarm. If you get into a hairy situation, you don't even have to crash to disarm. You just go, oh crap, I feel uncomfortable. Disarm. Disarm. Right? Joshua Bardwell is definitely amazing. JC for Project Blue Falcon will break stuff down for you, and Joshua Bardwell will tell you like almost anything. I mean, his videos are long, but it's because there is a lot of information to share in this hobby. And it's hard to break down even like a few simple steps in one video. So
Night Train saying, never disarm, never surrender.
never disarm now.
At first, that's not a good idea.
See, I'm with the never surrender.
Right, Mrs. K? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Classic example of why, I mean, yes and no, right? Because classic example, I freaking power up, ride a fresh battery. I'm standing in this parking lot and I go to 399.9 feet. I probably didn't even go that high, honestly, guys. I probably went like 200 feet, 150, 200 feet. And just started cresting where I'm seeing the sunset, and all of a sudden my quad goes, and just loses connection, and it's just falling like death falling, spinning on its yaw axis, just tumbling. I can see it, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm pretty new at this point, so I'm like, should I just pull my goggles up and watch it fall to its doom, because it's going to. I want to make sure it's not going to hit me in the head. So what I do, I throttled down, disarmed, rearmed, it fired right back up, and I kept flying for the rest of the pack.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Right? Never surrender, for sure. Disarm sometimes. Situationally disarm.
Beyond. I just let go of the sticks because it's a GPS bird. Beyond trees.
Best first build, any recommendation?
Range to within 10 feet of the road at full speed. Oh.
To Jim, your question, my best recommendation would honestly be like, it's been so long. I haven't like built a fresh build in 6+ months, so there's a lot of stuff out there right now. And I would hate to point you into older technology. What I did is I looked on Amazon and I found a kit that was made by a company called LHI. Okay, and it was like $150 or something, and it came with a camera and a PDB and a frame and motors and everything. right? Fully FPV, VTX. And then I upgraded the stuff that I didn't like the crappy camera that was on it. And that was after doing research. So, but yeah, as far as like recommended builds, I mean, I fly the Chameleon and I stand by that sucker because it is freaking durable. And but just know, like, no matter what frame you buy, you're gonna break the shit. You're going to. And you're going to have to buy replacement parts, and you're going to figure out how to build stuff tighter and better the next time to prevent it from ripping out, or, you know, whatever you can. So that's why I said, like, the best advice I really could give anybody is to just really do research and reach out to the community about, you know, maybe not what the hype is, right? Because new isn't always great. Like, I always refer to the quad hobby as, the drone hobby is like Windows, right? Windows, they're slick. All right. They'll release like a 76% finished product, and they'll dump it on our laps. And then they'll come up with service updates every 6 months or so, and they'll fix all the crap that they didn't fix before because it wasn't a big deal. It didn't crash the system, you know, but it didn't make it run great either. So it's the same with here. A lot of things get pumped up because it's exciting to see new stuff, and so I just kind of lay back a little bit and watch and really watch the community and see what people say about stuff before I'm like, okay, I'm willing to try. I haven't used an all-in-one flight controller ever until right now, and I'm using Joshua Bardwell, which is just like the PDB flight controller combo. I use single ESCs just as a preference because all-in-ones or 4-in-1 ESCs are just as good, I think, as like single ESC builds. It's a lot less soldering, and it just depends on like what build you're putting it on. Yeah, the SpeedEB all-in-one F4. I know F4s are the cheesy. At the end of the day, a lot of like what I care about as a freestyle pilot, like I fly 0 OSD. I have no OSD. I have just a straight up 3-minute timer on my Taranis, and I might push it 20 seconds further. But that's it. So, you know, this is the first time with an F4 board. I really like it. At the end of the day, yes, your processor is going to matter, but what's going to make your quad fly different is what gyro's in it and how noisy your setup is. And for those, I mean, I'm sure everybody's pretty knowledgeable here, but for those who don't know, noise is anything. Noise is electrical signals being, you know, your electronics are emitting little electronic frequencies, and your gyro, if it's super sensitive, is going to pick that up. Most of the stuff that makes your quad fly like crap is your motors, because your motors are the moving part on your quad. And so those are the things that are going to vibrate, and vibrations resonate everywhere, especially with carbon, something hard. And so vibration, exactly. Vibration is like #1 issue. So I prefer flying the MPU 6000 gyro just because it's like tried and true for a hobby, and it's not super sensitive, you know. So if I bonk a motor on a crash and my bell's all kind of janky, it's still going to work. Or if my prop gets all dinged up on a ghost branch, you know, I'm still going to be able to like finish out my pack, you know. Yes, soft mounting on boards, Lewis P. Floyd, definitely, same thing.
So
Definitely helps.
Jim wants to know, Flipside, best first build, any recommendations?
Yeah, that's what I was saying with Jim. Like I can't, like I definitely went the route of doing like a build your own kit, like from Amazon. It was called the LHI 220. And you know, it gave me a lot of room for building. I definitely, okay, so I'll say this. But see, Jim, that's, like I said, that's some older technology, and so I don't want to be like, here, buy this, because it's got some really weak motors. But then again, if you're new, I suggest weak motors, right? Because you don't want something that's gonna freaking take you to the moon in one throttle punch. You know, yeah, that's how you drop your quad from 200 feet on a building and it smashes into 30 pieces. you know. So definitely check it out. I flew the LHI 220 build your own kit on Amazon. I suggest building like a 5-inch or larger. I wouldn't do a micro unless it's a tiny whoop, okay, because tiny whoops are awesome learner tools. But be aware that they do fly differently than a 5-inch. A tiny whoop, even on acro, okay, is still, you have to fly it with a really aggressive yaw authority, because you have the ducts that sit on around your props, okay, and those stop your props from sucking air in from the sides, which is how your quad yaws. So like when you're doing, you know, you have to use a lot of yaw. So it flies a little different, but it's a really good tool to learn how to fly a quad, because you can put it in acro. Definitely that. Build your own quad, 5-inch, put it in acro mode, get a sim. First thing I did, I bought a Tyrannus and a $30 sim and did that for 20 hours. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying a small micro, like a 2-inch, 3-inch, because they are really hard to solder. The pads are like this big, this tiny. Could you imagine, you know, you got this solder iron that's, you know, damn near the thickness of your pinky, and you're trying to stick it on a pad that's this big. So, and as a new builder, like you're just going to smudge it across 4 pads, or you're not going to see it. So, sorry, I'm drinking all of Mrs. K's coffee. I'm so sorry.
Back.
All right. Yes, right. The alien whoop, that's what I'm saying. I haven't messed with that. Louis P. Florida is right. The alien whoop is like, does fly like a 5-inch. It's got like the KV motors, and it's got the higher discharging battery, and it does fly like a 5-inch, like in your house. That's what I was saying. Like, definitely look into the micro game, like the tiny whoop game, if you're interested in getting into quads for like cheaply, and gives you a really good learning tool. Definitely.
Hey, night team, how you doing, darling? Welcome. Hey guys, really quick, because we have so many great people in here right now, feel free to support anyone you want. Please feel free to support. And guys, if someone supports you, feel free to go to their channel, see what's up with their channel so that you might want to support. And that would be wonderful. So how many hours do you recommend that, let's say someone who hasn't really flown a lot, how many hours would you recommend on a sim? Get a feel for a 3-inch or a 5-inch drone.
Milestones, really, because when I started in the sim, I spent at least 20-ish hours just trying to keep it off the ground, you know. And then once I was like 100 feet in the air and kind of cruising around, then I would spend the next 10 hours getting lower, and then I would spend the next so many hours trying to go through buildings, you know. So it was like I just spent a certain amount of hours trying to learn the next step. So I guess it just depends on how fast you pick it up.
So for us, Miss K, who may not pick it up as fast as talented people, you know what? Okay, so let me tell you why I say that. Because I'm sitting there watching Furball, and he's doing his drone. Then he gets this ghost, and he's just flying around like it's nothing.
Mhm.
Then he gets goggles and the whoop, flying around like it's nothing. And it's like it's nothing. It's like he just, bam, he's up, he's flying. I, on the other hand, had something that I got when Merch did it. It was a little teeny whoop with the Spider-Man. And the first thing that happened was it flew off the side and hit the wall. I mean, I can do a freeze, but I'm so used to having that, I guess it having altitude hold and stuff. So even on sim, I fly,
Struggle for me.
crash, fly, and I can tumble when I crash sometimes. I think that's
so I think the biggest issue for people in the sim is like stock camera settings are at like 35 degrees, and a lot of people tell you fly at 35 degrees, right? Lower it. Lower it to like 20, 25, to where if you set your quad on the ground or on something, you can obviously see the horizon and that you're mostly level. Now, until because then when you're flying and you like barely pitch a little bit, you can still see what you're doing and you'll get forward motion. And that's really the key with FPV, is to be always continuously flying forward. As soon as you start going backwards, you lose control, right? Unless you're not intentionally doing it. But so the key is to make sure that you're pitching forward and having forward flight. And then what I always tell people is, like, a lot of people have problems with turning, like the bank turns, right? They're like, oh man, I roll, and then as soon as I roll, it just freaking goes into the ground, right? Well, it's like, take your thumbs and do the same thing. Go that way together or go this way together. And like in the same motion. And your quad will just turn like so smooth. And so once you figure out how to fly around and get that nice bank turn together, just there's like I said, just boom boom together. Like if you were skiing, you always want to kind of keep them, parallel with each other. It'll change your game, because now you're like, okay, I can actually like keep this thing in the air because I'm flying forward all the time, and I can turn it around if I need to. At that point, you can start experimenting with, doing a roll, or getting lower, flying lower, and avoiding obstacles and things like that. But as the basics go, like that would be the first thing, is like always make sure you're going forward and learn how to bank turn and just create a nice smooth kind of arcing turn, keeping your horizon in line at all times, and lower your camera angle if you feel that it's like too hard to land or to take off. Like definitely lower your camera angle and you'll see what I'm saying.
So my show goes for 2 hours. Are you okay for hanging out for a little bit longer?
Unfortunately, I probably do have to get going. We were only looking at 1 hour, and our kids are like zombies, are like scratching at the door and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, guys. And I'm going to stand a little bit. Guys, please hang out with me for a little bit. Guys, thank you for coming in. You were awesome. It was so much fun. Miss K, I'm going to get you on again to talk with me, because the Toothpick of Doom's on. Guys, please be careful. The Toothpick of Doom, which is also Drone Worship. He's in the
Drone Worship. Right on.
Okay, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. I'm gonna go back through the chat later and just go over the comments. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments or questions. This is one of the newest things I've been doing, so sorry. I'm getting better. And
to go out, all you have to do is go up and hit the little phone.
Right? Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So you guys, definitely, I appreciate it. Thank you, Val, so much for having us on your show, dear. I had lots of fun.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
Until next time, guys.
You guys take care. Later.
Bye. Oh, they're gonna work it out. So it was a pleasure to meet. Wasn't that fun? Oh my God, they're so good. I was really surprised. Roger, do you want to come back on with me for a little bit? Can you think you can do that? Either that or Toothpick of Doom, but I'm not sure how Toothpick of Doom would work, because he's of doom. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna ask him to come back, maybe, huh? So they were so much fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, thanks. Gosh, that was a lot of fun. That's cute. Okay, so they were a cute couple. They have a cute family. He is just, he's a great flyer. Toothpick of Doom. I'm gonna give you a mod, because you just sound like you're really out there. Yeah. So today we had a Gap of Doom, and and we ended up with Toothpick of Doom. First, I'm cleaning a crocodile's mouth right now. I'll have to give that to you after. Oh my God. Toothpick of Doom, are you working? Are you working, darling? Try to get my girl to fly. Glamour girl, yeah, she needs to fly to come up on the panel one day. You know what, Ian? I would love to have you on the panel. So whenever you're ready, I'll send you a link. Or if you want, we can set up an interview because I would love to interview you too. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, hey, Canadian Joe, we'll see how long they last.
Yeah,
Here,
it was how long it lasts. Yeah.
okay. I'm sending you my super secret email. Done. There you go. Ian, just email me at that. Anyone who would like to come on and have me interview them, I would just love to do it. They're great people from everything I've seen. Hopefully get to fly with them someday. I would love to fly with them. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how good they were. I just, oh my gosh, it was really wonderful. Here's Roger. I don't know where our furball is right now.
Hey, helicopter. He's still on his computer because mine was going bad.
Yeah, thanks furball. Because it was nice. Yeah, any cavities, the toothpick of doom. Oh my God. That's so, helicopter, I have missed you a ton. This is actually a man-eating gator, so I just had to clean out a few fingers. God. Hey, Ian, that's great. That's great because I would love to have you on. Yeah. So Roger, how's your cold going? Really quick.
Oh, it's getting a lot better. Getting a lot
You sound
better.
better.
Yeah. I'm breathing better, choking better.
Oh my gosh. So guys, what did you think? Was that just fabulous? Were they fabulous? I thought they were.
Yeah, very good interview. Very good.
Gator, just a finger eating one. Oh my gosh.
I was just looking at the interview just like that there, and my computer was freezing up even on them. Keep on turning and turning and turning. I pressed F5, got a blank page. Oh, what the hell?
Right?
So Roger passed it for cold across the pond. Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, thanks. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, because now Roger's getting better and Kim's coming down with it. So that's what's been happening. Hey, Carpath FPV, how you doing? I'm glad to see ya. I passed it off to Furball. Yeah, he did pass it to Furball. I don't think you understand that fingers were still attached to the wrist and the rest was coming out. Oh my God. Toothpick of doom. Hey, Mo, thank you for catching all those questions. I was trying to catch it, but it was going really fast. You were both sick and missed a lot. Yeah, helicopter, you've been missing some, but it's okay. It's okay. We know you come back on. And I need to reschedule Glamour Girl because she had so much going on. Doing the best I can, Ed. Yes. Did you guys have your chicken soup for lunch or for dinner?
No, it's still cooking.
Oh.
Still cooking. Yeah. I went downstairs and checked it. Still going good, going good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your stupid car. I shouldn't call it stupid, but I always seem to have something going on with my car too. Just hanging on. So now I got to tell you, to me, they gave me a lot of hope for flying. They really did. They really gave me a lot of hope that I'm going to be able to. We had a lot family death as well. Yeah, helicopter, I heard. I'm so sorry to hear that. Missed it bit was So the toothpick of doom is having a problem with the gator.
Okay, March. Yeah.
Help it, but it'll make you feel better. So I think I'm ready. I'm ready to fly. But now I gotta go. LOL toothpick.
Mo.
Mo. You're so funny, Mo. Hey, did RC Fun ever get back to us about how his dentist appointment went? I know, we're exciting people. I don't know what to say. Because maybe he's in there. You go. I stepped away for a moment. I know Louis P. Floyd. They had to go. They said they only thought they were going to be on an hour, and I kept them for 2 hours. See, that's how I do it. I tell people, oh, just come on for 15 minutes. 2 hours later. Yeah, because that was so much fun. I tell you. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to fly. I just want to fly. They gave me a lot of hope that flying that the sim is going to help me.
We can talk about that.
Chip in my eye. Grandpa, you got a paint chip in your eye? Oh my God. I thought that painters use those protective things. They seemed super cool. Came from Chuck Norris's live stream. You guys just finished counting to infinity the second time tonight. I'll be back. It was an ingrown toenail. Dan is having trouble. I think it's with the honey-do list. I think he's just being put in positions that he's having a hard time. Almost up in the air with my quad. Nice. Nice.
I'm doing good, Beyond Trees. Getting better, getting better. Thanks for asking.
It was AFK. Whoops. Something that I know, Drone Pool, we're gonna have to wrap you in plastic soon, just to keep you safe. And I'm willing to do that if we need to. I'll just send Don some of that bubble wrap stuff I have. That would work good, wouldn't it? Oh my God. So Roger, tomorrow your windows will come in. So tomorrow morning, guys, just so you know, he has been having trouble with this computer, but you know he'll be on, right, Roger?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on all night again there. So it's when I started up, I got problems for about a good hour and a half with it. Then it places itself.
Working good now.
So now I'm going to leave it open all night again. So I won't have problems. I'll try not to have problems with it tomorrow. And my window's supposed to come in tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
I seem to have lost something that I was supposed to have, and now I'm like,
What is for a bull hacking up in there?
His lungs, my friends. His
You never
lungs.
know, Beyond Trees.
Yeah, he's had a hard time. So maybe I looked it up wrong. Oh, I did. I think I looked it up wrong. Okay, so I had someone get a hold of me, and then I saw his old email. That was wrong. Okay. Let's see, very too ed, but maybe I'll post a little bit of me ripping my sim, tried to edit it like a freestyle vid, LOL with music. That sounds good. Feels like I've been beat up, does it? Maybe you have been, Kim. Sucks to be sick. Yeah, it does suck to be sick. It does.
But you see, we're sick before winter starts, so that means we're not going to be sick all winter after that. Yay!
Yeah?
Got through the well, first time we're sick in 7 years, you know?
So you're gonna have to make sure you don't go around sick people.
That's right. Like I used to do. I'm not going to go to any kid parties.
Yeah, no more kid parties for you. No more kid parties.
Germaphobes.
When I get sick, I can stay sick for weeks.
Mm.
So I don't like getting sick. I think I'm going to end up getting the flu shot there now because of Janet. So I don't know. Get it done.
I stopped getting flu shots. I make 7 years. Since I stopped working, I stopped getting them. I'm never sick. Every time I get them, I'd be sick.
Chris and Sam, thank you for coming in. Guys, I really appreciate the fact that there's so many things you could be on tonight, and you came here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good
so
night, Chris
much.
and Sam.
We love you. You have a good night, Chris and Sam. No more all-nighters for Roger. Yeah, tell us about it. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got a shot for pneumonia? I think it's almost time. I'm hoping I got one recently, so I don't have to do that one again.
Yeah.
You never had one, Ed? You never will? And a shot for hepatitis? Yeah. They're really doing a lot with
Yeah,
that.
get your shots for shingles, my friend. I had it. I had it in the face. I spent a week in the hospital. So do not get it. Do not get your bloody shots. Yeah, for the shingles. Yeah, because I had it for 1 week and I wasn't a happy camper in the hospital.
Can I tell you something? I'm not even sure I know what shingles is. I hear about it.
It's when you have if you ever had the chicken pox when you were small.
Yeah, I had them.
Yeah, well, you're at risk of getting the shingles. All your face becomes very sensitive. Comes out with blisters.
Ooh.
Your face, your sides, side of your ribs, your stomach, your back. You can get it all over on your body, and it's very, very sensitive. It attacks the nerves.
I think I'd rather be with the crocodile.
Believe me,
Bring that
crocodile
over here. The re-implementation of chicken pox. Yeah. Oh my God, Roger! Yeah. I didn't even know that was possible.
And I was working at the hospital then, and I wasn't feeling good, and my eyes swelled up, and my face was swelling up, and everything. And the nurse looks at me and says, "Roger, go to the hospital, to the other hospital," because I was working in an elderly hospital. So I went to the other hospital the same night, and the doctor looked at me and says, "Oh, you're staying here."
What?
Yeah, I almost lost my left eye because of that, because it got really bad.
I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming you can toothpick. People of 50 who had chickenpox are at risk. Yeah. I'm 50.
Yeah.
What causes it to come back?
I don't know. I really don't know. That part I don't know. All I know is a bugger when you get it.
Nasty. Okay, I'm going to tell my doctor, you shoot me. I don't care. I don't care how you shoot me. You do it with the dart gun. I don't care. I do not want whatever the hell that was that you had. I have to look in the mirror. It's already, I don't want to see that. No. Yeah.
That's one disease you really don't want to get in the face. That's for sure. Because lucky, touch wood, I did not have permanent scars. Lots of people are scarred for life with that after that.
What?
So, yeah.
Lethal injection. You got docs. Let's make this quick. I don't have time for dying.
You don't want anything Roger has had. Believe me, you don't. I'm feeling like a guinea pig for everybody.
So I'm susceptible to it when I get older because I had chickenpox. My uncle had it on his back. I am not a good pain person. I'm just going to tell the doctor. I'm sure they're going to want to. I have to get my flu shot. I have to get my pneumonia shot. I think it's been 5 years since it's been over 5 years since I had pneumonia. I think I had it in 2003. One time they gave me my pneumonia shot and they gave me my some tetanus shot or something. I couldn't even raise my arms after that. They gave me one in each arm. I could hardly drive home. I had chickenpox super bad when I was 7.
Mm.
Oh my God. Gotta go rip some quads.
Okay, March.
March.
Have a good one.
March, thank you so much for coming in. Love you. Bye, March. I got poison ivy when I was 9. Let me just say the family was very impressed when I had to show and tell. Oh my God. Oh my God. Beyond trees. No way. Oh my God.
That was very bad for you there, Beyond Trees, that's for sure.
Was a bad flu season when here I got H1N1. That was really bad. I haven't had the flu in many years. I haven't had it. Almost died. Was expected to die actually, but I'm here. Not as strong, but I'm here. Yeah. My brother got it and it affected his heart. So, and now he has a pacemaker and there's all kinds of problems. Through a virus, I think is what they said. So it's like the flu virus. Yeah. So, and I didn't know it could do that. The flu virus can go to your heart. I just never knew that. As the older I get, the more I'm finding all this stuff out. Like, what the heck? A collar on my neck, probably like a freaking weirdo. No, if you get one of those flea collars, bedazzle it. They'll never know. Like put like little gemstones all around it. That would be cool. I had to do load be walking too. That's a medical condition. I used to be fast, but now I'm a slow walker. It happens beyond trees. It happened to my brother.
Okay, Jim.
Kiddo time. Hey, Jim, thank you so much for coming in. It was so nice seeing you. And tell your grandkiddos we said, hey, it messed with walking beyond trees. You're in California, like out. You'd stick out. Maybe big old Spikes helicopter, right? If you bedazzle and then you can take flea collars and put them around your ankles like an ankle bracelet, dazzle those. Nothing will get you.
Can you use Roxy's collar? She's got spikes on them.
Slide my whole body down, yeah. Oh my God, beyond trees. Oh my God. Not if I'm behind you with those coconuts. Oh my God. Oh, right. We're supposed to be walking my toothpick with coconuts like a horse, tapping them. I say the nervous system was affected. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've heard that happens and it can be really bad. Hey, Roger, can you take the chat for a little bit?
Sure.
I'll be right back. Guys, I will be right back.
Okay, guys, time to play. She's gone. Your delivery guy some dog food. Don't have to worry about her. She loves playing, so nobody has to worry about her coming in the house. So helicopter, you've been working a lot lately? Yeah, I know what you mean there, Beyond Trees. Got to a point there, myself passing close a couple of times already, so. I know what it feels like. Yeah. Just having fun. I hope everything's going good at your place. Your dad, hope he's well. So you've been working a lot too, helicopter then. That's why I haven't been seeing you around.
Roger, did you freeze? Oh my God, look at Mo put with the little things.
I didn't freeze, no.
Take a potty break. Actually, yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. I did. Okay, so I'm drinking this and I'm drinking this.
Oh my God.
And yes, I had to take a break. Almost of the methadone 2 milligrams a day.
Thank you, Val.
Carry dog food in your pocket. The dogs will love you. Oh my gosh, where do we get the coconut horse farts? Where are we doing? What did you do to the stream, Roger, when I was
do nothing. I do nothing.
Oh my God. Oh my God, so funny. Yeah. Oh. This was way fun, guys. So let's see. At first I thought you were showing a 40 horse mow. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
Horse afterburners. Oh, for sure.
So Drone Pool now has something in his eye. Horse farts go whoosh. I probably shouldn't be reading this out loud because people can't read, may not know what we're saying. Afterburners. Oh my God. It's Mo's fault. Was it Mo's fault? Mo. What did you start while I was away? Oh my God. Did Toothpick leave? Where's Toothpick? Right? Maybe Toothpick started it. We can blame him if he's gone. If he's still here, then I would advise against it. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, Mo is a bad girl. Why we love her. Yes, we do love her. We love Mo. Hey guys, make sure if can I try to translate again? Let me try. If he ever won the lotto, he would hire me to bang coconuts behind him to sound like a horse when he walks. And now, God, Mo. Oh my God, you'll be out there banging coconuts. I just don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
See, the computer's warmed up now. Look, it's not frozen at all yet.
Yeah, how is that working?
I don't know. It's working good now. I'm telling you this.
It's really good. Nope, coconut horse farts is all I came up with. Oh my God. Oh, I think I drank too much caffeine.
So don't forget for Saturday night. Saturday night, Val's gonna be on with Roland on Val's Life channel, on her channel, showing videos of all you guys flying. So you gotta be there to submit a link to the video you want us to look at. I will be there, but I'll be in the background.
But you gotta be in the chat.
And you guys got to be in the chat. So that's Saturday night, 7:30.
Yes, and we're going to put the link back up in the description. I'll probably put the link early so
Yeah.
you guys can go in and get acquainted with, just going in and posting them. But you do have to kind of be there for us to do it. We like you because we're going to want to talk to you about it too. Flight drones, of course. Yes.
And don't forget, Carpath is going to be on Val's channel, not my channel, be on Val's. That's Saturday night. Then Sunday morning, Val's going to be again on my channel, or her channel, with Louis P. Floyd. And Louis P. Floyd will be doing a build.
Guys, I'm really working at getting the 4,000 hours for my birthday. It's a gift I'm going to give myself. And Roger he said he would help me do that. So that's what that's really about. He's really just helping me. He suggested it. So I'm taking it as his birthday gift to me because he's so sweet. And yeah. So if you could be there, that'd be really great. But again, it's just a choice. If you can, I hope you're there. Dude, that's be the life. Yeah, for all of us to be comic relief for Ed. Ed is also very funny. I love Ed.
That's good there, Carpath. Yeah.
And Ed, you were right. Mrs. K is just wonderful. Just wonderful. So you were absolutely right. And I'm 19 away from 1.7K. I'm flying away these days. Oh, Ian, that is huge.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very good. Very good. Guys, don't forget, support each other in here. I'm all for that. At 0.5 speed, they all sound drunk. Where's Evan? Is he doing his show tonight? Yep, he should be doing his show tonight, guys. Oh my God. Yeah, RC Crazy on Saturday at 6 p.m. Yeah, we just love RC Crazy. He's going to be on at 6 p.m. Good show. And he does all the shout outs. So, guys, here's the thing. If you go on his show, if you go on one of his things and you say something to him on one of his vids and you comment, he will shout you out on Saturday. So if you want just a shout out, you guys need to do that. Make sure you do that. Hey, Furball. Hey, guys, Kim just posted a vid. So know that. So when you get off here, you're going to want to go see that vid. Yeah? I have a dream helicopter. I really do. The drone is compound, brother. Oh, yes. It's him, LOL. I'm so romantic sometimes. Yeah. He hasn't been coming on here. So I don't know. Support our host, Bells like by YouTube. Thank you. And I'll drop everything for that. Don't watch it. It's boring. Oh. Why do you say that, Kim? Yes, guys, you need to watch Kim's video because Kim's videos are not boring. Oh my God, is it because you're feeling sick, Kim, that everything seems so sad? Hold on. I'm going to go see if it came up in my inbox so I can see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. It's working. Not. It's just spinning in circles. I think I got whatever that disease was that yours got. Bugger furball. Oh my God, Kim. It says tap to retry. It was telling me I was offline. Kim Furball. Oh, 720p recording ghost. So you're gonna want to see it. He's flying. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure you go in and you take a look at it. There you go. See? Yeah, Kim, I bet it won't be your clickbaiting, LOL. Not boring. That's right. That's right. Oh my God. Ah. Okay, guys. I think we should call it a night, huh, Roger?
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming in. I so appreciate all of you. And it's been such a fun night. And I appreciate Miss K and Flipside. And we just really think, we just really love you all. And thank you all for coming in. Mo, thank you for moderating it so well. Helicopter, I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time, and I've been missing you. Star Cop, Ed, you're great. Beyond Trees, but what am I going to do now? I'm sorry, Beyond Trees. Oh my God.
Have a good night, everybody.
Star
Take
Cop,
care.
good night. We love you all. We love you all. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you.